Hi guys, welcome back. Just going to be working a bit on my sump today, and I'm going to go through some of the things that I've had to think about while I was doing it, because it wasn't just as easy as welding a steel box on the bottom of a sump and going doing skids. So yeah, you got your dipstick and the oil pickup to think about. So the RBs, the dipstick comes out of the plenum, the front there, but when you look underneath you can see it's there. That's the notch for it. And if you go to the back over here, there's another one just here. Very convenient. Thank you very much. And there's even like a tiny wash plug in there. So you bump that out, dipstick goes in there, wash plug up the front one, and we go have a look at the sump. Whoa. I got a new lens for my camera, Fisher I think. Hopefully we can see some more stuff. Conveniently, in the diesel rear sump is the hole for the dipstick. Pretty handy. So I've marked over here, that's the location of the oil pickup. So you can see I marked, I got to cut this out because this is an original RB25 DT sump. Goes there. So I need to turn it around 180 degrees. I have to cut off the flange and rotate it, but something like this. Some adjustments. Need to make the clearance in there. Maybe a slight adjustment for the height, because mine's a little bit shallower. But yeah, I was happily welding up boxes, and I was like, oh, I better put in some gates in there to stop the oil from sloshing around. Then I was like, how do I know how much oil's in there? So, oh yeah, that thing, dipstick, which will actually be in a nicer location because it's got this ridiculous bend in it. Points out sideways. But yeah, got myself a new twin plate clutch, or second hand twin plate clutch. Yeah, so gonna do some drilling and some cutting and some grinding down here. I'll set you up down here, do you a little time lapse, put some sweet tunes on, and yeah, hope you enjoy. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, obviously cutting this material out down in there is kind of difficult. How are you going to do that with a grinder or, a jigsaw or something, or a saber saw or something like that? But it's probably a bit brutal. So what I'm going to do is to give clearance for the oil pickup. That's what we're doing. I'm going to use the hole saw, but obviously there's no pilot hole, so because it's missing. So the easiest thing to do is actually just weld in a piece of material with a pilot hole in it, and then bing, and then I'll have my pilot hole, and I can hole saw out the whole piece and everything will be gone. It's a little bit extra work, but it'll make it a lot nicer. So stay tuned. that's another step of the sump complete, the oil pickup, which I had to heat up and straighten because it was not straight enough. It was going to hit the side of the sump, the wall. It would have hit against here. So I straightened it, chopped it off and rotated it so the flange sits straight. Sorry, my torch went flat. Stupid Milwaukee. You can see I've chopped that out a bit. I had to Dremel it out a bit because I put the hole in the wrong spot. But yeah, looks like it'll work. It's good. It's like literally just resting on the bottom. But it's a bit of flex in the bottom of the sump. I'll probably squeeze it down a mil when I weld the sides on. Yeah, also welded the pins in on my hinges so they can't fall out, so my gates don't fall out. I'll make those. It's the next step. Sorry, holding you too close. So, more to do. One step at a time, a little bit done. But yeah, stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe. Jump on the website, check out some I Love Drift merch, because we love drift, and I cannot wait to get this RV screaming and rip some skids with my friends. Seems to be taking forever. I'm flat out at work at the moment, so I don't have the hours to put into this thing. I'd love to just take like 3 weeks off and just go hard at it, but can't. Well, now I'm going to make the gates for the sump to stop the oil from sloshing from side to side. So I've got my hinges, which I've welded the ends, the pins, so they can't fall out. And they're going to go in here, and they'll allow the oil to go that way, but not this way. They'll stop there. I'll weld a bit of plate across the back, and I think I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to cut some bits of angle iron, and then just some short pieces there and there, and then the main flap will be welded to the back of the hinge to stop it from swinging this way. And then, yeah, sorry, camera angle, bad, but something like a big long flap of metal welded to the back so that it closes against the back of the hinge, can't swing this way, but can open that way when the oil wants to flow back towards the pickup. And it's only going to be this high, so the oil can flow over the top to fill up the sump, and the vast majority of it can flow back over the top when the car's just driving around normally. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. So just wanted to show you guys the gates I did in my sump. Yeah, seems to work. That's the oil. It doesn't go this way. That's the oil flow back. Doesn't go that way. That's the oil flow back. So yeah, before I box it up, I just wanted to show you what I did there. Just welded some bits of angle iron. And yeah, welded the hinges. Plug welded through the hinge, the screw holes in the hinges, and about a 1/2 inch stitch along the bottom edge. So then welded the angle iron to the bottom of the sump. So yeah, I'm going to box it up and hopefully get it finished today on the bottom of the motor, and so I can put it in and mount the gearbox and do other fun stuff. I'm sick of doing videos on sumps. We've got a little bit more welding to go. Cut the sump plug out of the old diesel sump. Just going to weld that on here somewhere, cut a round hole, lays around the outside with the MIG. I MIG'd it because I'm better at filling holes with the MIG. But I was sat there with the TIG, and my shaky hand would get too hot.
pretzel the whole thing. So I stitched it in sections around to sort of spread the heat, screwed it down to the bench, so hopefully it hasn't moved much. And yeah, finish that off, clean it out very well, obviously, and might weld on a dash fitting for the oil drain out the back of the head, but see how we go. It was pretty much done. Probably no more Sump videos, huh? And c'est fini. All finished. Sump. It's all welded. Got the Sump plug on there. Cut it out the bottom of the other one. Welded it on. It's all migged. It's all around the top there. Layers it on. Slosh some acetone around in there to clean it out a bit, and also check that it wasn't leaking, which it does not seem to be. So in. Can you see the gates? Whoa. Gates are in there doing stuff. So yeah, time to fit her up, put her in, and I think the next thing I'll do is put the front suspension back on, so I can drop the front of the car down and get that PPF brace off, and start doing gearbox mounts. Okay, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned. Got some new shirts coming soon for I Love Drift, so we'll have a stand at Drift X. Come check us out, say hello. See you soon.